Syd Barret, then Roger Keith Barret, was born into an average middle-class family. As a young adult, he was a painter. He went to Cambridge Art College. Pink Floyd began playing gigs in the mid-60s at small venues and clubs. The staple of these concerts was often an instrumental song called Interstellar Overdrive. Along with the lights, the music was improvised. In fact, the song Interstellar Overdrive often varied each night. It could last anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. Pink Floyd was finally signed in February 1967 with their soon-to-be-a-hit single, Arnold Lane. However, Syd could not cope with the growing popularity of the band, so he began to rely heavily on drugs. However, these drugs he relied so heavily on would be his undoing. By the time the song See Emily Play hit the top 10, it was clear that Syd Barret's mental state was deteriorating quickly. An old friend was called in to help out on Syd's off days. One of Syd's friends from Cambridge, David Gilmour. The idea at first was that David Gilmour would play and sing, and Syd would play and sing as well. But as 67 turned into 68, the frontman of Pink Floyd turned from Syd Barret to David Gilmour. Syd Barret was forced to leave the band in January of 68. Syd Barret spent the remainder of the year sharing flats with friends and writing songs. The following year, Syd went back into the studio to record his first solo album, The Madcap Laughs. After several false starts, David Gilmour took over the responsibility of producing the album. However, the making of the album proved to be very difficult in the small amount of time that EMI gave them to record it. But the album was finally released as The Madcap Laughs. In 1970, Syd went back into the studio to record his second and final solo album, Barret. In June 1970 at Olympia, Syd Barret made his first live appearance in years. However, halfway through the set, Syd did something very odd. He set his guitar down and crept off stage. Later that year, Syd returned to Cambridge to live with his mother. This marked the end of the musical career of one of the finest singer-songwriters in the world. And although Syd never saw the light of the studio again, he continued to paint. And although Syd Barret only made one album with Pink Floyd, he is still probably the most popular member